Hi everyone, today I'm going to be building a simple table out of 3/4 inch maple plywood. I have this plywood left from a previous project, so the table is going to be 15.5 by 15.5 inches on the top. The legs are going to be 19 inches long, and they're going to have a 5-degree miter on each end. And the aprons of the table are going to be 13.25. So I want it to be first cutting the top to 15.5 by 15.5 here on the table saw. Next, we're going to be cutting the pieces for the legs and the aprons. Alright, so now we're going to cut the legs, and they're going to have a 5-degree miter on them. So I set up the miter saw to a 5 degrees. Alright, so I'm going to put in the frame together now, but I want to show you guys a mistake that I did earlier. So when I was setting the Craig jig here, I changed the settings on the drill bit, but I did not change the setting on the actual unit here. So I didn't drill the right holes. So I went ahead and changed it. I mean, I see all these holes over here, but I'm going to cover this up later. So these are the right holes for this thickness of material. So I think I had it set to I think 1.5 inch on the Craig jig, and that's what caused that. So I forgot to change that setting, so I went back and fixed it. But nobody will see this. Plus, I'm going to cover this in later. I'm going to fill this in with something else later. So. Right, so here's the frame, and as you remember, I made the mistakes on the pocket holes. So nobody will actually see it once it's on the tabletop, but I'm still gonna fill the holes in with I'm gonna use spackle, and that should fill the holes pretty good. And then I send it down, and then we'll go ahead when we do the painting on it later on. So. A better putty knife, and I don't know what I did with it. Here I'm using some iron-on H-banding to cover all the ends of the plywood. Alright, so all the pieces are ready for sanding now. I'm going to be sanding them with a 220 grit sandpaper, and then after that I'm going to stain the top and I'm going to paint the legs white. I'm going to stain it with the espresso stain, the same stain that I used for my 2x4 side table that I built on the previous videos. So I'm going to drill some holes in here so we can attach the legs. Alright you guys, so here's what I'm going to call an oops moment here. So since I'm just working by visualizing the table and not having a plan, I did some miscutting. So here's what we're going to have for the top, which is good going this way, but not good this way. So, because again, account for the legs here, as you can see that. So I had to go back and cut new pieces, and here's going to be the new piece, which is going to be perfect now. So it's still 15 going that way, but it turned out to be like 17 going the other way. So now I had to go back and H-band all of this and sand. Do the sanding too, so that's what it's gonna take to get it done. We'll get it done. Right, you guys, so I went ahead and H-banded the new top, so he's ready to go. And since I had that extra piece that I miscut, what I decided to do is cut it to fit on the bottom to make a shelf. So we are going to be attaching this over here, which is gonna give us also a little shelf here like that. Okay, so we are now ready to do some painting and staining. I'm going to stain the top with the espresso stain, and I'm going to paint the rest white. All right. Alright, so the paint is dry, the stain is dry, so now we're going to move to the last step, and that will be installing the top.